Interviewers use the type of interviews to their candidates depending on like what the market is like, and depending on what skills, the type of the candidate, the employee that they want. So there are different types of interviews that you should always equip yourself with, so as to win in the job market. And as you keep on applying for different jobs, these are the types of interviews that you should be well versed with. Okay, so there are a number of types of interviews, about 10. Yeah, and today I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll go through about 5 to 6 of them. Then next time we'll catch up from there. The first type of interview is the face-to-face or the traditional interview. This face-to-face type of interview, yeah, is the interview where you have a meeting with one or two persons. They ask you like a few questions, yeah, uh, and it's a very simple interview. And to win this interview is very easy. You just have to research about the common interview question, like the general questions, interview questions. um, for example, tell me about yourself. Another one is, why should we employ you? Again, you should also research about the specific questions on that job role that you applied for. Again, you should also equip yourself with the questions or general questions like the current trends. Yeah, those are the types of questions that might be asked in the face-to-face interview. It is very simple. Again, you need to wear that confidence in you. Yeah, wear that confidence in you and be smart. Okay, the next type of interview is the panel interview. The panel interview is where you face okay you face a group of people. eh? For example, this interview is always issued in okay, for those higher rank jobs, so as to save on time. Yeah, so in this interview, you'll maybe face a panel of one, two, no, over three, four, yeah, 3 or 4 people. Yeah, and here you'll have maybe those panelists will be coming from similar departments. For example, others will one panelist who might be coming, if you maybe it's a HR job or maybe marketing job, you one panelist might be coming from the HR department. Another panelist might be coming from the, yeah, department of the CEO. Another like panelist might be coming from the department of communication. This is to make sure at least they test you on different skills and different areas where you will be interacting with. Again, you can get another panelist is an accountant. Okay, yeah, so they'll ask you for this type of interview. Yeah, you will find that there is this one person that heads the panel, but you'll feel like maybe you'll feel like they're all of them, yeah, are in charge, but there is this head of that panel in that interview. And this interview might be so tough, yeah, because you don't know where they will specifically ask you from. But I just want to tell you that you in this interview, yeah, you have to be as composed. Yeah, you have to be as composed as possible. You have to be as composed as possible, so that at least, yeah, you don't forget. You might get anxious. You might get anxious, and like whatever just flies in the air. So you should be very much attentive, and the person maybe you should have that direct face-to-face contact, eye contact with the interviewer that is interviewing you. Okay. So that at least you don't have that fear in you, and listen to the questions very well, stay composed, and answer the questions as correctly as possible. Make sure as you're answering questions in this type of interview, yeah, you answer them relating to the job. Let them bring out your experience, yeah, and skills in the job you are, yeah, getting interviewed for. Okay. Another type of interview is the group interview. Here you get that uh, it mostly occurs when maybe they're recruiting graduates, uh, yeah, recent graduates, or maybe they're recruiting people like army men, constables. Yeah, in this type of interview, they are mostly seeing how you can blend in a team, or how can you like work with other people. They're trying to test your teamwork skills, interpersonal skills, the leadership skills. Okay. So in this case, yeah, to win this sort of interview, in this type of interview, you have to be as active as possible, and make sure you don't stay dormant, because when you stay dormant, you won't be recognized, you won't be memorable, and you want to be like, you want to stand out. So you need to interact with the people you are with well, and make sure that if there is any, like, you are disagreeing with any point of any member, make sure you do disagree professionally. Okay. Yeah. Again, you need to, like, give other members of that maybe that team, yeah, time to do what, to air out their views. Let it be seen that your interpersonal skills is top notch, and let it be seen that you can work well with a team. Okay. Another interview type is the luncheon interview. In this type of interview, you get that you've reached the interview venue, and maybe they invite you that your interview time is at 1. So you go there, you're taken to maybe a lunch with those the interviewers. You eat together with them on the same table. uh for you to win, yeah, this type of interview, you have to stay composed, number 1. Number 2, don't order food that you don't know their names, you've never tasted them, like you see on the menu, like some Italian dish which you don't know, and you order it, like it becomes, maybe it has a lot of chili, it becomes so hard for you to stay composed. So I will really recommend you as a candidate to choose meals that you are well versed with. Again, another thing is that, the luncheon interview is a type of interview that is much more of a discussion than an interrogation. Make sure, yeah, make sure you in this interview, make sure you have a deep conversation and interaction about your skills and your job. Yeah, make sure you try to talk to them about your experience, your skills. Yeah, try to sell yourself out. Don't be so much into the food that you forget to do what? That you forget it is an interview. Okay. Yeah, so make sure you try to out to sell yourself, to sell your brand as much. Yeah, again, you need to give the interviewer like much attention than you give to the food. Remember, you are on an interview, and not please do not order alcoholic drinks, because yeah, you might end up forgetting yourself and messing up the whole interview. So order for the food that you're well versed of. Avoid ordering for alcoholic drinks. And number 3, give much concentration to the interviewer and not the food. 4, sell yourself out. Talk about your skills. Make it as an interactive as possible, and definitely you will have a score. Another type of interview is the portfolio interview. In this type of interview, it is mostly used in technical jobs. Make sure you've equipped yourself with the modern trends, the current trends in technology, so that at least you sell yourself out as a like as an updated professional. Like for example, in IT, make sure you know the current windows that you are using, the current whatever, if you are in the production sector, engineering, make sure you are up to date to the new trends. Okay. Next, see you next time as we discuss more about types of interviews. And I will just like to encourage you not to just stick on this training, but kindly do much research about different types of interviews. Equip yourself, be ready for any type of interview, so that you have that highest brand in the job market. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel for more and more trainings as we hit the number 1 candidate in that job interview. I wish you all the best in your upcoming interview as you sharpen your skills on interviews. Have a nice day.